is shaking? Eggs and bacon. Today, we're going on an adventure. You can see there's snow on the ground, and we are taking out the bug for a camp tonight. I've got a shotgun in the back, some clothes, a lava lamp, and a dream, baby. I'm gonna need a dream because driving a stick shift Beetle in the snow is gonna be an adventure in itself. Oh yeah, a little ice rink. Good thing the bug's on skates. Remember to buckle up, safety first. Oh, that's not good. Already have a problem. Holy, that flipped. Gotta make sure my pin's sitting right in there, because my pin fell out and then my door flings open, and that's not good for anybody. That is slippery. All right, let's try that again. Now, although I'm kind of upplaying the snow right now, it is one of the warmer days that we've had this winter in Minnesota. Right now we're at 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're approaching the ending of the bird season here, so I want to see if I can't get myself a grouse before season actually closes. It's been a while since I've taken the bug out, and this is actually one of the first winter camps that I'm doing in it once I've had the new renovation. Having a diesel heater and new insulation on the sidewalls canvas means that I can start taking it out in colder weather. Tonight we're calling for around -15 Celsius or 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's gonna be chilly, but I have pretty high confidence that this bug will be able to handle it. And it sounds kind of nice camping in this thing. It's one of my more comfortable vehicles to cook and camp in. That beeping noise just means my clutch is really happy with me. Right now, off to my right is the north shore of Lake Superior. I'm pretty close to my home city of Duluth, but I'm going to be heading an hour and a half north toward a town called Ely to be doing my bird hunting. The bug, even though it's small and obviously has a lot of weight on the back of it due to the camper shell, is actually able to get up to 65 to 70 miles an hour on the highway. I'm at about 3/4 throttle on gear 5, just like Straw Hat Luffy, and we're absolutely sending it. The little bug that could. One of my favorite things about driving this vehicle is that every single person that's driving by is just breaking their neck and smiling from cheek to cheek. Bugless is the best. Alright, well now that I'm driving north, you can see that the snow is starting to stick to the ground a lot better up here, but we still have clear roads. This is nothing that the bug can't handle. It'll be interesting to see what the trails look like once I start getting to the country roads again, because it might mean that I'm walking a lot more today. We did get at least a half a foot more snow north of Duluth, so it might mean that I'm not able to take the bug down roads that I want to go down, depending on if they're maintained or not. Just like that, I took a turn into a winter wonderland, so we're really going to be driving slow through this. Man, do I love the Northwoods though. It's beautiful this time of year. Snow on the sides of trees, giant logging trucks that I'm fighting for road space with. It's a good time. Uh-oh. I've got issues, and the bug's got them too. I wish this thing would keep my door shut, but it doesn't. Alright. Didn't lose anything that I know of. Good news is we're almost to the destination. Bad news is I don't really have a solution for that door swinging open other than just not slamming on the brakes. Because every time it seems like I hit the brakes or the vehicle stalls, that door likes to fly. Alright, good news is I'm on a road that's plowed. Bad news is I don't know how the heck I'm going to turn around, but we're doing it. Alright, kind of came to a pretty decent hill here, and the ground is really icy. With my bug only being a front wheel drive vehicle, I should probably walk down this first before bringing it down, because although I can go down, I might not be able to make it back up. And even though this road loops back around, it looked like the other side wasn't plowed out. So if I get myself into a situation down here where I'm stuck in a valley, I am going to have to call somebody to give me a tow out if I get into a sticky situation. So I'm just gonna walk down here quick. Better to be safe than sorry. Alright, well, it does look clear down here. There isn't really a great spot to turn around if I do get down here and run into an unplowed road. I mean, I could turn around here, but even just this amount of snow, that bug's gonna get stuck. And I actually am very worried about, even if I have enough speed coming up this hill with how slick it is going to be a bit too tall of a glass for my little Beetle. It doesn't look like much on camera, but it would be pushing it. And it's just glare ice right here. So I think I'm gonna back the buggy on up. There's a little clear spot up on top of the hill here. I'm gonna leave it and go for a little walk and see what I can't see for birds. Be very careful going backwards. Even if I were to just get one or two of the tires off in something like this, I would be putting myself at risk of not being able to get out without some help. I do have my traction boards in the car. I've had mixed experiences with them. Whoa, what was that? It sounded like a cannon, dude. That was insane. You have to wear one article of orange clothing while out bird hunting, so toss my hat on. Cooled off a lot on the drive up. Where I'm at right now, it is actually 18 degrees Fahrenheit, so temperatures are dropping pretty quick. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be colder here tonight than I originally had intended. So this is a choke. This is just something that goes on the end of your shotgun barrel that affects the spread of your BBs. So when you shoot a shotgun, it's a big burst of BBs that goes out. If I have something in there that creates a tighter group, it's gonna go out further and be lethal further away, but at close range, it absolutely blows birds apart. So switched out my choke for something that's meant for the hunting that I'm doing. Next thing to do is to load the gun up and get walking. Before I depart, I'm gonna warm my hands up as much as I can, even just messing with my stuff outside that was cold metal. My left hand is frozen right now. See, 18 degrees Fahrenheit on the thermometer right now. That's chilly. Did get here at 3:40. It's gonna leave me about 50 minutes of hunting. So, see if I can make something happen. Time to shut this bug off and bug out. Got ourselves a loaded pew, some winter gear on, and a pocket full of shell. As the Rage Against the Machine says, running down northern Minnesota, pocket full of shell. So normally this road would all be gravel right here. In the fall time, grouse actually come out from the forest at night and come into this gravel and use that to get in their gizzard and digest. You can see there's still some rocks around like this, but it's all pretty frozen in, so I'd imagine that they're not utilizing that as much right now. And it could mean that birds are actually pushed into the woods, so I'm gonna walk the road for a little bit here, see if I see any birds or any sign. It's getting thicker over here. There's some water that runs down the creek, and all of those are good signs for life. Vegetation, water access, potential access to rock and gravel, I guess, but this is the latest that I've ever gone bird hunting, so I'm going to be kind of learning as I go. It is important to mention too that I got to be keeping my eyes up into the trees, because grouse will actually roost in trees this time of year to stay warm from out of the snow. They usually make some good noise when they flush, but I'd have to really get up on one this time of year to flush it. Got some deer tracks here. That's not a grouse. I haven't seen any bird tracks yet. Jeez, it is chilly outside. I just had to take my glove off just to change a GoPro battery, and even just having it off for like 15 seconds, it's taken a bit for my hand to warm up. There's been a fair bit of traffic coming down this road, so I don't really like that for my odds of seeing birds, because if cars are coming by, it's just another thing for them to get spooked by. Might have to get myself into the woods a little bit and find a trail. There's a grouse right there. I didn't see where he ran off to, but I definitely heard him. He's close by. woods are. I would never be able to catch them if I went into there, so I'm just gonna sit in here, seeing if I can make them out so I can get a shot, but I never even saw them, I just heard them. There we go, that's what we're looking for right there. That's fresh too. That probably was that bird I just saw. Right there. I don't really like how the woods looks over there, so I'm gonna start heading back to the road and see if I can find another trail before it gets too dark out. Dude, that one was in a tree. Oh, and I see him. Dang it. Alright, well, I flushed 2 grouse so far. One was really high up in a tree, and one sounded like it was on the ground, but I never got eyes on it, so I'm not quite sure, but I gotta be spending more time looking up, apparently. It's hard to be quiet walking through the snow, because there's a big crust layer on it, so every time I step on it, I'm crunching around. I'm just fumbling around hoping to get lucky. Alright, just made it back to the buck. Flushed 2 whole birds in an hour and a half. Not the greatest, but like I said, this is the latest that I've been out here hunting before, so give it a shot. Alright, let's get this bug ready to be camped in. Still my favorite upgrade that we did to this thing is having these automatic arms that come up. Get the diesel heater going. Alright, let's get the party started. It's nice and warm on the inside. Heater's gonna start pretty soon here. Holy. I always forget every year how much more work it is hiking in the snow versus just regular trails. Unloaded shotgun, that's always good. Alright, I am gonna relax just for a second here, and then I'm gonna get cooking because my meal that I'm gonna make is gonna take 30 to 45 minutes. Just need a little decompression, a little calm before the storm, if you will. It is very orange in here. It's very hunter friendly. All right. What else is in here? Wildrice. Little of this, little of that. And I think that just might yabba dabba do. Alright, so the plan tonight was to make grouse wild rice soup, but with the lack of the G word, we're going to be making chicken wild rice soup. Tried this recipe earlier this year during the fall time and actually got to make it with some grouse. It was phenomenal, so I figured it'd be a good one to share with you guys. It's also an instant pot meal, so very easy to make. Alright, so first things first, I've got some celery and some carrots here, and some mushrooms, garlic, and a yellow onion. I'm gonna get these ingredients ready, put them into a bowl, and then after my ingredients are prepped, then we'll start cooking. Diced carrots, diced celery, and diced mushrooms. Ka-chow. I got 2 cloves of garlic. Ta-da! Alright, now that we got that started, we gotta make a roux. So in order to make a roux on the pressure cooker, there is a setting that you can use, and it's called saute. So we're gonna click the saute feature. We're gonna do meat. We're gonna let it warm up. For the roux, I'm gonna be using 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and then some heavy cream or whole milk. Roux can be really good for making like mac and cheese, or anything where you need to thicken your sauce is a good idea to make a roux. So right now I'm just gonna melt down the butter using the saute setting. I'm gonna try to keep the butter moving because the pot is gonna get hot and I don't wanna risk burning my butter. I'm just gonna add roughly 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. A little bit more. I'm gonna let this go until it's starting to get golden brown. Now I'm slowly gonna start adding my cream. I got to keep the milk moving because I don't want to burn it. What we're going after here is the thickness of like a pretty thick gravy. All right, I'm turning off the burner. We've got bubbling going on and it's getting real thick. Okay, now I'm going to carefully put this back into a cup and wipe out the excess. A little more liquidy than I would have liked, but it should help thicken up at least a little bit. But now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add all of our ingredients into the pot. So garlic, our chopped veggies, the chicken, a third of a cup of wild rice, a few sprigs of fresh thyme, a dash of Old Bay. I'm adding in some chicken broth and some S&P. And then just a dash of water. Just so we can coat the chicken. Push all that stuff down so it's all coated in the liquid. Grab my cover. And next we're gonna go to pressure cook. And we're gonna go to meat. All right, now just gonna stand by and wait for that to cook. And after about 30 minutes, we're gonna add our roux back in. Oh, that rice is on top. Oh, and you're all foggy. All that rice on there. Okay, that looks a little scary right now, but we're gonna go skibbity-doo. Thicken that boy right up, and then I need some Brad, a little serving spoon. Mix it up with the serving spoon because who wants to do extra dishes? All right. Now we're cooking with some gas. Look at that. Oh boy. There ain't no grouse in it, but it looks delicious. Yeehaw. All right, she's nice and thickened now. She's a thick chick. Or thick chicken soup, sorry. Oh boy. Smells so good. All served up. Next thing you need to do is get yourself a nice crusty bread. A little French bread. Give her a dunk test. Yes, sir. I just dribbled on the floor. Oh my good lord. I'm not gonna complain because that chicken is kind of kicking. The chicken's good. The bread's hitting too. It's so hot. It's like very temperature hot. Like uncomfortably hot. Cool it down a little bit. I'm just so hungry. It's already 7:30. And my tummy is screaming. Generally speaking, I would say that meat that I've hunted and killed tastes better than things that I've cooked, but this chicken's kind of hitting right now. I would much prefer it to be grouse. But I'm very happy to have some food in my tummy. I've been kind of striking out lately. I mean, I did get some walleyes at Red Lake, and we were able to make a fish fry. But no bluefin, no whitetail, no grouse. Maybe I'm just a terrible hunter. that's definitely a possibility. I'm pretty new at it, so definitely a pretty good possibility. I didn't really grow up in a family that hunted much. I mean, I'd gotten to go like pheasant hunting with my dad a couple times, and then I had like pellet guns and stuff growing up, so I'd go like shoot at rabbits, and then I picked up hunting like first year after college. I was with a group of friends doing it. It wasn't until like 2 years ago I was like, a hunting thing, I kind of miss it, and I started going through like the motions of trying to figure out how to do it on my own. So I'm excited because ice is here. I definitely was thinking about going ice fishing today. Walleye bite's been pretty good around where I live, but I don't know, for some reason I thought the bird thing was gonna be like a no-brainer. Last time I came out here, we shot 6 or 7 between me and my buddy, and we were only out here for a half hour. Granted, that was like in October, so it's definitely changed a lot since then. Soup is delicious. I love the Old Bay addition to it, and the roux definitely helped thicken it up a lot. I wish I would have bought myself a full French baguette because I love a carbo load. 8.7 out of 10 right now. The bug is staying relatively warm. Diesel heater is working good. I've got it cranked up to a 5 right now. But I kind of forgot that there is no insulation, and that is literally just the outer body of the bug right there all around, and there's little gaps underneath this where it's just straight to the canvas, so I can feel like some drafting when my feet are by the wall and stuff. And then also on this level, it's not heating up the easiest. I did have some stuff stacked here so I can at least seal it off from the cab, because this open cavity right here isn't the most conducive to retaining heat. All things considered, it's doing pretty good. I'm gonna turn this down to 4.3. My gas tank is hooked up to the diesel heater. It's only, the hose for the diesel heater enters at like a quarter tank full, so it won't drain the entire gas tank at least. I'm gonna grab my emergency sleeping bag and just toss it up here just in case. Might be kind of cozy to sleep with it anyway. And then it might be video game time, to be quite honest with you. Super Smash Bros. Camping and chicken Wildrice soup. I don't know if it gets any better than that. Oh. Well, I can't beat Dr. Mario. He's a fiend. Maybe some other time. Maybe I'll get him some other time. Pretty tired. Gonna shut the lights down. Zip up the old switch. Alright, so we're at 13% humidity, 73 degrees in here, and 0% carbon monoxide, so that's a good sign. Outside right now, my Apple weather is showing me that it is a whole 6 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's a chilly one. And I still don't even have my sleeping bag on, so I'm doing just fine. Like I said, my feet being right next to the insulated wall, still pretty chilly. It's already about 10:30 at night. Been kind of lounging around, playing Smash Bros, eating a couple bowls of soup, and getting sleepy. See if I have a wild hair at my butt tomorrow. I want to go hunt, but right now, I'm not quite sure. We'll see how motivated I'm feeling. All right, see you in the morning. Good morning. I did wake up at like 6 a.m. Maybe even a little bit earlier at 5:30, and the battery that's in here got cold and the whole diesel heater shut off. So luckily it just was able to be turned back on. And it ran again. Otherwise I would have been pretty cold, but I ended up using the sleeping bag anyway, just kind of as like a little comforter. And then because I didn't want to go to the bathroom outside last night, pee bottles were the play. I'm gonna put my jacket on, get the car started to make sure it runs, move all this stuff off the counters, and get going on the road. You know, there's some talk of maybe going hunting today. Recovering from the last couple trips, I'm feeling pretty tired, so gonna head back. But it's all right. There's always gonna be next year for some grouse. Got a lot colder out last night than I originally had thought it was going to. -5 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was real chilly. I gotta let that motor warm up because it is a diesel after all. It'll give me some time to get stuff kind of situated around here. Go. All right, got the roof all collapsed. All right, we're out. We're out on the snowy road again. It was pretty fun to get the bug out again. Definitely surprised me with how well it's able to hold on in cold temperatures. Like I said, it got colder out last night than I thought it was going to, so I'm pretty proud that I was able to stay warm. Ice fishing content's coming, walleye fishing's starting to get good, and we got lake trout coming up sooner rather than later, so you guys got that to look forward to. If you have any other ideas of things that you want to see, or things I've done in the past, or new things, feel free to leave a comment down in the description below. As always, until next time, you know the drill. Just keep on tracking.